So friends at home, 2 blocks. If your knees are sensitive Sally's, then you can also have a blanket for extra padding, or if you're at home and you're practicing on carpet, then don't worry about that. Okay. Yay! So it's August, we have a new month, which means a new yoga theme. This month's yoga theme is going to be our pelvic floor and grounding shapes. Today we're going to focus more on the grounding shapes because I still have a lot of research to do on pelvic floor because we just decided what this was yesterday. So, be honest with you, got a lot more research to do. We're going to start in child's pose. And if child's pose is not comfortable for you, a seat is a great alternative. You can bring a block under the bum, a block under the forehead, 2 blocks under the shoulders, or any variation that fits you. Before we add any bit of movement to our practice, tap into the movement of your lungs with your breath. Know that whatever breath you find in your practice tonight is the exact breath that your body needs. So if you feel like your breath is not long enough or it's not deep enough, try to drop that judgment. And know that your breath is exactly enough. If you can, smooth out the edges. Remove any pause, any holding of your lungs full, any holding of your lungs empty. And ask your awareness, your focus, to tune in to you. There's probably a lot going on off of your mat, out in your world. Can you take this time and really make it just for you? Three more breaths here. Welcome to stay in this child's pose. Return to it anytime you'd like. Or press to a tabletop, hands and knees. Drop your belly, look forward for cow. Arch into your spine. And then round into a cat. Drop your head. Press your hands away from the floor. Move in and out of these 2 shapes at your own pace. Some awareness as you move in and out of these 2 shapes to your hips, to the movement of your pelvis into an arch, and then the tucking of the tailbone into a round. One more soft round here. Neutral spine. Curl under your toes. Downward facing dog. It's an early one. We won't be here long. Take some movement if you'd like in it. Pedaling out heels, wagging your tail, shaking your head. As you fill your lungs up, feel the breath moving down into your hips. As you exhale, feel your connection under both of the balls of your feet and your hands into the earth. Gently walk your feet up to your hands. Take them really wide off to the right and the left, maybe even off of your mat. Drop your head and fold. You can let your arms hang heavy or ragdoll and fold your hands into opposite elbows. Maybe you shake out your head. Maybe you shift your weight around between your feet. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath here. Release your hands down. Turn your toes outward, heels in, and slowly start to bend your knees, drop your booty down. Buddha squat, our very first one, so let it be kind to your body, maybe a block coming underneath of the bum. And if the heels don't hit the mat, it's okay. Lots of breath. On every inhale, feel the crown of your head reaching up. Your exhales, feel the hips lowering down. 2 more like that. 1 more breath in. And out. This time, breathe in, long spine. Fold forward, hips go up, drop your head. Bring your feet a little closer together. Halfway lift. Hold yourself here, hug your shoulder blades around your spine. And then bring your left hand onto a block right in front of your feet. Reach your right hand out to the side and maybe add a twist as you start to reach it slightly up. Bend into your left knee. Yes, good. Breathe into this twist. 1 more inhale. Fold all the way back down. Drop your head. Halfway lift. Inhale. This time your right hand comes to a block. Flat spine, left arm reaches out to the side while the pink wall in studio, your right knee bends. One more big breath in here. And fold forward. Halfway lift, just a breath in it. Fold back down to the mat. Stand all the way up. Arms can reach overhead if you'd like. Fold back down to the mat. Drop your head at the bottom. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Step your left foot to the back of your mat. And then lower your left knee down. You can place that blanket under your left knee if you'd like. Walk your hands to the inside of your front foot for lizard. And you can walk that front foot over towards the right side, the white wall. Give yourself space here. We can always wiggle walk right foot more forward. You can play around with the direction of the toes. Maybe they face slightly out towards the white wall, the right side. Maybe they point forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then curl under the toes of your back foot. Lift your back knee up. Step your front foot back high, push up. Just 1 big breath in it. Lower all the way down to the mat. Slight lift to the head and the chest, baby cobra. Lower all the way back down. Again, baby cobra, press the tops of the legs into the mat. Lower down. One more like that, lifting up, or maybe up dog if you're ready for it. Downward facing dog. Movement here if you want it. Land in your breath. Walk your feet up towards your hands. Fold. Drop your head. Walk your feet really, really wide, right to left. Maybe a little bit of shifting your weight here in ragdoll. Or your peace fingers, your pointer and your middle finger might grab around your big toes. You can use the strength of your arms, bend your elbows to pull your head down towards the mat. One more big breath. Release the hands. Toes point out, heels in. Widen your stance as much as you'd like. And then slowly, over several breaths, sink your booty low, Buddha squat. Your triceps are pressing out into the inner edge of your knees or your thighs, and then your thighs, your legs are hugging into the triceps. Big breath in. Fold forward, drop your head, lift the hips. Feet move closer together. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold forward. Stand all the way up. You can extend your mountain if you'd like. Fold down towards your mat. Halfway lift. Your right foot steps back. Lizard. Drop your back knee. Move your left foot over to the edge and bring the hands inside. Notice that this side may have a whole different experience than the other side, and know that that is so normal. Explore the angle of your front foot. One more breath in it. You'll curl under your back toes, lift your back knee, find strength through your back leg. Step to high push-up. A big breath in your high push-up. Lower all the way or slightly. Cobra or upward facing dog, legs strong as you lift. Downward facing dog. Big breath in. Let something go with your exhale. Lift your right leg any degree you'd like. If it feels good to bend your right knee and open your hip, you're welcome to take that variation, or you can stick with a straight leg, reaching it back. Press your hands down, almost like you're trying to slide them forward, and pull your chest towards your left toes. Everyone straighten your right leg, reach it back. Pull your right foot up, plant it outside of your hands. Drop your back knee, lizard. We've been here. This time, maybe you bring forearms onto a block or forearms to the mat, or stay up on your hands. It is your practice. It is your shape. Two more breaths in the shape. If you are down on forearms, bring yourself up to your hands. Blocks can stay nearby. You'll curl under your back toes. Lift the back knee strong. Plant your front foot flat on the mat. Standing split. Your back leg lifts all the way up. Blocks are there for under your hands if you'd like. Good. Big breath in. Fold forward, feet coming together. Drop your head. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Stand all the way up, reach your arms overhead. Chair, ground yourself into the strength of your legs. Yes. Press down evenly throughout the soles of your feet and uncurl your toes from your mat. Breathe in. Breathe out. We change this shape slightly by lifting your heels up. Yes, good. Breath in. And then slowly lower down, down, down into a toe stand. We'll be balancing on our toes. Our booty comes down towards the heels. A block can come underneath the knees or the shins for balance here. Ooh, and it's all right if we come out of it. We can come right back into it over and over again. Trying to stack our shoulders tall. Hug the inner thighs towards each other. Big breath in. We're going to let the booty come down to the mat. Boat pose. Our feet can stay on the ground. They can be parallel. Our arms can reach up. They can come behind the thighs. There's so many different variations of this shape. But no matter what you chose, can you breathe? One more inhale. Roll all the way down to your back. Plant your feet flat on the mat. Lift your hips up, bridge. If you'd like a supported bridge here, by all means, slide a block underneath the bum. We are here for 3 breaths. Breathe into your shape. After your 3rd breath, slowly lower the hips. The transition that we'll be working with tonight is not a yoga transition, but it's a little fun. You can choose to try it on or not. You'll straighten your feet up so that the legs are loose. We'll start to rock and roll front to back, gaining momentum like you're on a swing set. And then we'll plant our feet, try to stand all the way up. It's okay. It's fun. Have some fun with it. Big breath in your stand. And then fold forward, drop your head. Halfway lift. High push up. You can also choose tabletop for some cat-cows instead. If it's high push up, lower slow to your degree. Up dog or cobra with your breath in. Downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Left leg lifts. You can decide if you want to open up through the hip or stick with a straight leg, your choice. Hands pressed down. Feel them grounding into your mat. One more big breath in here. Pull your left foot up. Walk it outside of your hands. Lizard. We drop our back knee. Your variation of lizard on hands. Forearms on block. Hands on blocks. Forearms on mat. You choose. Notice where the breath goes as you inhale. And come back up to your hands. Curl under your back toes. Find strength in your legs. Plant the front foot firm. Standing splits. Back leg reaches high. Blocks are there under your hands if you would like. One more big breath in to lift up. Fold. Drop your feet to the mat. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Fold forward. Stand all the way up. Rise. Chair. Ground down into your strength. Soften your shoulders. Soften your jaw. Hummingbird is the name of the variation when we lift our heels up. Think of your inner thighs hugging together, your inner ankles hugging towards each other, and then really slowly lower the bum all the way down to the heels. We balance in toe stand block coming underneath of the knees, the shins, of course. Again, that hug into the legs is so crucial. One big breath. Boats. The bum lands on the mat. Yeah, and it's like a little bit like of a leap of faith, right? Like, okay, the ground is not as far as I think it is. I'm gonna find it. Open your chest, strong through the core for a breath in. Lower all the way down to your back. Bend your knees, plant your feet flat, lift up, bridge. 3 breaths, supported or active, you choose. Feel the ground below you. Press it away from you, but also feed off of it. One more breath in to lift. Slowly lower. You can find that swing set rock front to back if you want to try it on again, or any way that you want to come all the way up to standing. I try to think of it as like Olympics, like landing in gymnastics, right? Like, can we land it and then reach the arms overhead? Big breath in. Fold forward, drop your head. Halfway lift, inhale. High to low push up or whatever you'd like to move through to get back to down dog. Follow your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. We move through that sequence at your own pace, adding and removing anything that you'd like. On your inhale, right leg floats up. Exhale, right foot comes up outside of your hands. Lizard, your variation for 3 breaths. After your 3rd breath, up to hands. Curl under the back toes, lift the back knee. Standing split, the back leg rises up. A big breath in it. Fold feet to the earth. Drop your head. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Stand all the way up. Rise tall. Ground into your straight chair. Our heels can float. Hug the legs towards each other and slowly lower from hummingbird to toe stand. Hands might come to your heart or stay up. You choose. One big breath in it. Take that leap into boat. Open your chest. Breathe in. Lower all the way down to the mat. Plant your feet. Lift up 3 breaths in bridge. You choose the length of your breaths. Every inhale lifts you a little higher though. Last one. Slowly roll your back down to the mat. Hug the knees in. You can find that rock and roll momentum forward to back. Don't forget to breathe as the feet land. When you make your way all the way up to stand. Reach your arms high. Big breath in. Fold back down to the mat. Drop your head. Halfway lift. High to low push up or tabletop cat cows or skip it. We all meet in downward facing dog. From down dog, left leg floats up. Pull it forward, set it outside of your hands. Lizard for 3 breaths. After your 3rd breath, up to hands, curl under the back toes. Standing split, it's just 1 breath in to lift high. And then you fold forward, drop your head. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Stand all the way up, rise high. Chair, ground into the strength. Hummingbird, the heels can float. Slowly lower, squeeze the legs towards each other. Toes stand just for a breath, grow tall. Boat. There's one big breath in. Roll to your back. Plant the feet, 3 breaths in your bridge. After the third, roll all the way down. So this move, this rock and roll front to back, it takes a lot of core strength. You can always skip it. However you want to make your way back up to standing. Beautiful. Arms reach overhead. Fold back down to the mat. Halfway lift. High to low push up, float, step. You choose, move with your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. We're gonna change that sequence just a little bit, but you can't stay with the one we've gone through already up to this point, of course, if it serves you best. Take a breath in here. Maybe let something go with your exhale. On your inhale, the right leg floats up. Right foot comes forward near your right hand, high lunge. Set the feet up. You can drop the back knee or keep it lifted this time. Arms reach high. Feel like your right booty is literally sitting on the edge of a chair. And then breathe in to this whole circumference of your lungs. Your legs stay as they are, strong as can be. Your hands come back by your sides for airplane wings. Your chest moves forward. Good. Then when you're ready, float your back leg and fly into airplane. Let your heart be higher than your hips. A big breath in here. Then we go right to chair. Breathe into it. Breathe out. You got it. Hummingbird, the heels lift. And you slowly lower. Take your time. This is where our strength is built. When you land in toe stand, give yourself a big breath in it. Boat. One breath in, boat. Lower all the way down. Bridge, 3 breaths, lift up. After your third breath, come down, listen for the change here. Lift your hips up slightly, move them a little bit to the right, towards the white wall if you're in studio. Straighten your left leg all the way down onto the mat. Supine twist, your right knee bends over your body towards the pink wall, the left side. You can roll onto your left hip, stacking right hip on top. Breathe here. One more full breath. And slowly unwind back to center. Reset your hips at the center of your mat. You choose how you make your way back to standing. Core strong if you're rocking and rolling. Reach your arms up, big stretch. And then fold back down, drop your head at the bottom. Halfway lift. High to low push up, your vinyasa, or tabletop cat-cows. In down dog, breathe in deep. Let something go with your exhale. Left leg floats up. Left foot comes forward, set it down, high lunge. Adjust your feet so that you feel stable, grounded, supported in this shape. You can always drop the back knee. Soften your shoulders and your jaw. We keep the legs as strong as they are, but we hinge forward, send the heart forward, hands back, airplane wings. Really ground down into your front foot, float the back as you fly. Notice if you're holding your breath as you hold the shape. One more breath in. Chair. Breathe in. Float the heels and slowly lower. Two-toe stand. One breath in it. Trust fall into a boat. Breathe in. Roll all the way down to your back. Bridge 3 breaths, lift up. Feel your inner thighs hugging towards each other like there's a block there. After your 3rd breath, lower the hips. As you lower, maybe move them to the left a little bit towards the pink wall. Your right leg straightens. Your left leg folds across, supine twist.
Well, I can tell you that the lonely road is cold. How about you give someone the space to walk by?
2 more breaths here.
And when the change is getting hard, just look over at the stars. They will guide you from afar.
And slowly unwind. Reset the hips at the center of your mat. Hug in a big breath here. Let something go. You choose how you move all the way back up to standing. Arms sweep overhead as you grow tall. Fold down towards your mat. Halfway lift. High to low, push up, your choice, your flow. We have one more time through that sequence. You can choose to join or breathe in a child's pose. If you're coming along, stay here for a breath in. Let something go with your exhale. Then right leg floats up, inhale. Right foot steps forward. High lunge, breathe into it. Stay for your exhale, soften your shoulders. Airplane wings, inhale. Exhale, fly. A breath in it. Chair. Soften your shoulders, lift the heels. Slowly lower. Hug the inner thighs towards each other. Stack shoulders tall. Breathe in. Boat. Keep the strength in your legs. Yes. A breath in. Roll all the way down to your back. Plant your feet. Lift up for 3 breaths in your bridge. Hug the inner thighs towards each other like there's a block there. After your 3rd, roll the bum down and move it a little bit to the right towards the white wall. Supine twist. Left leg straightens. Right leg crosses. 3 breaths here. After your 3rd, come back to center. Hug in a deep, full breath in. Let something go with your exhale. You decide how you make your way back up to standing. Core strong, inner thighs hugging together. If you're moving through, breathe in. Fold forward. Halfway lift. High to low push up. Or skip it and go to down dog. From down dog, the left leg floats up. Float it forward. set it down. High lunge. Land for your exhale. Airplane with the upper body as you inhale. Fly. Stay, breathe in. Chair, land. Last time through hummingbird to toe stand. Take your time. Inner thighs hug together. It's so crucial. I want you to keep that engagement as you breathe in. Stack the shoulders. Keep the legs engaged as you float down to boat. Big breath in your last boat. Lower all the way to your back. Plant the feet. Inner thighs hug towards each other. Float up to bridge for 3 breaths. After your third, when you lower, shift the hips a little bit to the left. And then your left leg folds over your straight right leg, or whichever side you didn't do last time, if you remember. Probably have one more breath. Come back to center. Reset the hips, hug the knees in. Give yourself a big full breath in. Exhale to let something go. Engage inner thighs, engage core. Last time through it, last opportunity for that rock and roll front to back. Landing the feet, bring it up tall. Then fold forward, drop your head. Halfway lift. High to low, push up or skip it, it's your last one. Breathe in. Downward facing dog. Child's pose. Any props that you'd like to bring into this shape, bring them into the shape. Maybe you explore what it's like to take the knees a little bit wider or to bring them a little bit more narrow. Can you send your breath a little bit further down towards the hips as you inhale? Three more breaths here in this shape, but of course, if you want to stay longer, you're welcome to. If you are moving on tabletop, several rounds of cat and cow. Tap into the tilt of your pelvis, the movement of the hips. One more round. In neutrality. Right arm reaches out to the right towards the white wall and then maybe up towards the ceiling. Breathe into this twist. Thread the needle. You can grab a block under the shoulder or the head if it does not reach the mat. create any more space between your right armpit, your right shoulder, and your right hip crease. Breathe into your right lung. One more big breath here. And slowly unwind this. If you want the counter stretch with that twist that we started with, you're welcome to take it. Tabletop, 3 cats and cows. Move at your own pace. After your third round, neutrality, we switch sides. Our left arm reaches out to the side wall and up. Thread your needle, using props on this side if they are needed, even if you didn't on the other side. Create some space through the left rib cage. One more big breath here. Slowly unwind. If your counter stretch would feel good, take it. Tabletop. You can choose to move into half pigeon from your tabletop, or you can come up to down dog if you absolutely want to. You'll slide your right knee forward. Slide your left leg back. We want our hips to be supported, so a block or your folded up blanket might come underneath of the right hip, the right bum. And then take your time. Keep your chest tall. Breathe into it. And only lower your chest down towards the mat or onto a block or two when you're ready for it. If you want me to come take a look at your half pigeon shape or you have questions, just raise a hand in the air. I'm happy to come over and help. You have 5 more breaths on the side, but if you are just loving it, you're welcome to stay longer. When we come out of it, we're not gonna push back to down dog or tabletop. Instead, you're You're gonna lift your chest up and move whatever is underneath of the right hip out of the way if there's something there. You're gonna roll onto your right hip and swing your left leg out in front of you. Your right knee will be bent. The sole of your right foot lands to the inside of your left leg. Sweep your arms up, big breath in, turn over your extended leg, and then fold towards it. You can have a little bend in your left knee. You can keep with the chest facing the leg, or left arm stays low and right hand sweeps all the way up towards the ceiling. If your right butt cheek is trying to pull away from the mat, can you ground it back down? And maybe your right hand goes over past your ear. Breathe into your right rib cage. Big breath in it. Really slowly sit all the way back up, tall. And then no graceful way to do it, but back to tabletop. Move into half pigeon by pulling your left knee up. Allow this side to be its own experience, like the other leg was when you went into it. You may use a prop, you may use more or less props than the other side. Again, happy to come over, take a look. Just raise a hand in the air if you want to take me up on that offer. Five more breaths here, at least. More if you'd like. After you've completed your fifth breath, you can lift your chest up slowly. Anything that's underneath of the hips, go ahead and move it out of the way. Roll over to that left hip just a little bit to bring your right leg out in front of you. We set up that shape of tree sitting on our mat. Reach your arms overhead to grow really tall. Then fold over your extended right leg. You can bend into your right knee as much as your low back and your hamstring would like. You're welcome to keep the chest facing the ground, or right hand low, left hand high. Ground your left booty down into the mat, and maybe you rainbow arch your top hand over your head. One more big breath in your shape, and slowly come back up to a tall spine. You'll reach both of your legs out in front of you. Reach the arms up overhead. Fold towards both legs. As much bend again in the knees as you'd like. One more breath in this. And slowly unroll to a tall spine. You'll roll all the way down onto your back. You can hug your knees into your chest. Maybe a little rock and roll left and right this time if it feels good on the spine. Your final big Ujjayi breath will be a hug in. Fill your lungs all the way up. With your exhale, release into Shavasana, whatever shape you'd like it to be tonight.